Today we are going to start a series about the laws that govern the universe. Now, I know it may seem like it's watching paint dry, but not necessarily. And the reason why I'm excited about it is because I love to do puzzles, right? So what's the first thing you do after you open the box and you have the pieces? The first thing you do is you take out the edges, right? But no, that's the second thing. The first thing you do is to lean the picture up against something so that you can see the big picture. See what you're putting together. That's what the laws of the universe do. They show you what the big picture looks like so that when you are putting together the pieces of your life, you know exactly what it's going to look like based on those laws that govern the universe. So, this is going to be a 7-part series because there are 7 laws that govern the universe. I say 7 because I personally believe there's only just the one law and then 2 descriptors as to how it works, how it fulfills itself, how it sustains everything. But we'll go through all 7 of them. Some people go as far as to say 12, but I'm like, what? I don't know. So I can tell you what I know. So law number 1 is the law of mentalism, or all is mind or thought. Law number 2 is the law of correspondence, meaning as above, so below, as below, so above. Law number 3 is the law of vibration. Law number 4, the law of cause and effect. Law number 5 is the law of opposites, or the law of polarity. Law number 6 is the law of rhythm. And law number 7 is the law of gender. That makes no sense to you right now, but it will, my dear friends. It shall make beautiful sense to you. And so when you are putting your life together, when you're building that life and laying the foundation for your life, and you say, okay, these are the blocks, these are the building blocks you need, that's where the fun comes in, putting things together. But you've got to know them first. Now we're going to start with number 1. It's going to be, like I said, there's going to be 7 different videos for this, because we're going to go through each one so you get a full understanding and a grasp of them. In the meantime, you Google things or you message me, and I will do my best to assist along the way. So, as I have mentioned before, sometimes I think ad nauseum. I say it all the time, over and over again, until you're like, I've heard it too much. Well, all is mind or thought. Everything started as a thought. Now, thoughts, you can't see them. They're invisible. Now, when there's an invisible thought, that thought has to come to fruition. It has to manifest itself. It has to show itself. And then how does it do that? Well, that'll be the second video. But you need to know that everything starts here. Now, in order to know what you're thinking, it is best to pay attention to how you feel, because how you feel will tell you exactly what kind of thoughts you're thinking about, right? Now, it may seem like, oh my God, but I've got to wait for all the other videos. And this is why I truly believe there's only one law that governs or sustains the universe, and 2 descriptions as to how it maintains that balance in the universe and how it sustains itself. Because our minds, we like to separate things. You know, we have mind, body, soul. We separate things. But truthfully, the laws cannot be separated at all, because they flow so beautifully together. And this is why, for me to break it down and tell you all is mind and it starts here, well, that's That's the very beginning of things. That's the foundation of things. All is mind or thought. So where do thoughts come from? Well, the minute you're born, somebody's telling you what to think and what to do, how to feel, and how to look at life. That's called your mommy, right? These are where the basis of your thoughts come from, your family, right? Because you have to learn how to cross the street. You got to learn how to brush your teeth. You got to know when to come inside for supper. You got to go to school. So all of these things that you are exposed to form your thoughts. This is why if you are told early on in life, oh, you're not smart, or you have a problem, yeah, that'll stick with you for a long time, and it will be the rudder, the small rudder that steers your life. Some of these thoughts that we have in our minds, that they control our lives and we don't even know they're there. Because why? Thoughts are invisible, but you have to do something visibly. So your homework, should you choose to accept it, is to pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to how you feel. And because I like to know what to do, I'll sneak in law number 2 in here. Because I've said it to you a million times already. Law number 1 is all is mind or thought. But that thought is invisible, so it has to show itself to you, right? And so for it to show itself, it has to do something. It has to bring you what you're thinking about, which means it has to correspond with the invisible. So it has to balance with the invisible. All is mind. So if you're thinking, for instance, you're a farmer, you're like, I gotta plant corn. You're gonna plant corn. What do you think is gonna grow? Corn. So your thought, when it comes back to you, it has to correspond with the thought. The visible has to correspond with the invisible. So I will leave you with that. All is mind or thought. So pay attention to how you feel. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you confused? Are you angry? Pay attention to how you feel, because when you know how you feel, you will know what thoughts you're dealing with. And if you know what thoughts you're dealing with, you know what you're planting. And if you know what you're planting, you know what you are reaping. Again, message me, because I want to hear from you. I'm excited to tell you the rest, but we'll stop there. Know what you are thinking. To know what you're thinking, pay attention to how you feel. Because how you feel will show you what you are reaping. Your invisible thoughts are becoming visible. So, I love you.